Today, I'm going to show you how to use the first tab in LeadSheetStudio. This is the MIDI Viewer. This tab is built for one main job: load your chart images, view them clearly on screen, add quick annotations, and, if you want, turn pages with a MIDI device like a foot controller. When you open the app, you'll land on the MIDI Viewer tab. On the left, you'll see the control panel. On the right, you'll see the main image area. Let's start with the folder section. Click Select Folder. Then choose the folder that contains your chart images. This tab works with common image formats like JPG, JPEG, PNG, BMP, GIF, and TIFF. After that, click Load. LeadSheetStudio scans the folder and loads the images into the viewer. Once the images are loaded, the current page appears on the right, and the status bar at the bottom shows you where you are in the image set. Now let's talk about sorting. In the sorting section, you can choose between alphabetic and natural sorting. Alphabetic sorting is standard text order. Natural sorting is usually the better choice for numbered charts, so names like 1, 2, and 10 appear in the order you expect, not plain text order. Choose the mode you want, then click Apply Sort. Next is navigation. In the navigation section, you have Prev and Next. These move through your charts one page at a time. You can also use the left and right arrow keys on your keyboard. That's useful if you want to rehearse from the computer without touching the mouse every time you change pages. Now let's look at Zoom. In the Zoom section, you can click minus to zoom out, plus to zoom in, and fit to fit the image height to the current viewing area. Fit is especially useful for performance setup. It scales the chart to match the height of the viewport. If the chart becomes wider than the screen, you can still scroll horizontally. You can also use keyboard shortcuts like Ctrl+ and Ctrl-. If you want a cleaner performance view, click Full Image. That opens the current chart in a full screen window with a black background. It's much easier to read on stage or from a distance. Now let's move to annotations. This is one of the most useful features in the tab. In the annotation section, turn on Annotate. Once Annotate is enabled, you can draw directly on top of the chart. You can choose the pen color from the dropdown. The available colors are yellow, white, red, green, and blue. You can also change pen size to make the strokes thinner or thicker. If you make a mistake, turn on Eraser. The eraser is separate from the pen, and you can control it with the eraser size setting. Below that, you'll see Clear All, Undo, and Redo. Clear All removes the current annotations from the page. Undo and Redo let you step backward and forward through your changes. That makes it easy to mark fingerings, hues, section notes, repeats, cuts, or reminders without worrying about making a permanent mistake. Another important detail is this: annotations are saved per chart page, so when you come back to the folder later, your overlays can be restored. Now let's set up MIDI page turning. In the MIDI section, click Refresh MIDI to detect available input ports. Then choose your MIDI device from the dropdown and click Connect. If your controller is already sending usable messages, you may be able to turn pages right away. If not, use Learn Prev and Learn Next. Click Learn Prev, then press the pedal or MIDI control you want to use for previous page. Then click Learn Next, and press the control you want to use for next page. The current mapping appears below, so you can confirm what is assigned. If you want to start over, click Clear Maps. This is especially useful for foot pedals, keyboard controllers, or any MIDI device you want to use hands-free during practice or live performance. So a simple real-world workflow looks like this. First, select your folder and load your charts. Second, switch sorting to natural if your files are numbered. Third, click Fit so the page fills the screen height. Fourth, add performance notes with the annotation tools. And finally, connect your MIDI pedal so you can move to the next chart without touching the computer. That's the basic MIDI Viewer workflow in LeadSheetStudio.